Hey, fill my cup.
Hey guys, it's Drunk with Friends, it's your girl V.
And this is Willis.
And we're back for another episode. Woo! I don't know, what episode? 11.
Yeah, 11.
I think we're 11.
11.
Yeah.
If not, we'll correct it.
If not, we will correct it. What's going on, guys? It is Halloween. Woo-hoo. What y'all dressed up today, guys? I want to know. You said what?
Thriller.
Oh, I thought you said Glorilla. I'm like, what?
Nixon.
I want to know what you guys dressed up as today. What was y'all doing? I was Anya from Spike's Family. Shout out to all my fans in the streets. You know what I mean? They was all taking pictures. Can I take a picture with you? Yes, you can.
You should post it on my page.
I definitely will.
Okay.
Were you anything this weekend?
I was in the casino.
You just a nigga in the casino?
Yep.
Betting his money. Okay.
Winning his money.
As long as you got some money out of there. Look, my grandmother is 83 years old, and every year for her birthday, my father takes her to the casino. That's all she wants to do. She said, you know, this is the first time in 23 years I didn't get no money on my birthday. I was like, what? Yep. She said last year she won $2,300.
Wow.
At the casino. The year before that she won $1,600. So she's been getting like a couple $100,000. And she said last year the lady that was sitting next to her was like, oh, I'm waiting for my daughter to get off of work, but look at you, you was just winning. You're just winning. She said, my grandma said she was tired of the lady talking to her. So she said, I'll give you $20. You play and see if you do something. Right. The lady put $20. You got a lady hit for $400. She was like, she told the lady, if you hit, we split down the middle. She gave that lady $20. The lady hit for $400 and some odd dollars. The lady was like, I'm gonna go cash this out and I'll be right back. My grandmother said, I thought about it too late. She ain't coming back and giving me half my money. But she was like, no, but she did. She came back and she gave me back. She was like, thank you. This is a good present for me.
That's bad karma. She didn't come back. You probably ain't gonna never win this.
Right, that part. But I was like, well, Grandma, let me know the next time you go to the casino. And you touch my money and touch the machine.
You
and touch me. Okay, touch the buttons. Matter of fact, spit over it. I don't care what you got to do. Whatever it took for me to get a couple $1,000, just let me know. You never know. I can only imagine the casino today on Halloween. Everybody in costumes. It's going to be packed. Yeah. It's going to be packed. It may have some drink specials, but it's probably packed.
Yeah, they probably got a thing going on or something like that.
Yeah, you know. But anyway, guys, this is our Halloween episode 11. I hope you guys are ready to roll. We always start off with a shot. We always end up with a shot. If either one of our phones go up with volume, we have to take a shot. We've talked long enough, so you should have already had your shot poured. This is nothing new to y'all. It's nothing new to us. And on that note, cheers.
Cheers. Oh, gosh.
All right, so if you haven't tuned in this season already, we normally talk about different random topics. We go into in depth of our opinions. Sometimes you may agree, sometimes you may disagree. Either way, we're going to talk about it and do what the fuck we're going to do, regardless.
Big facts.
And you may hate us, you may love us, you may agree, you may not. But at the end of the day, we getting your mind flowing, we getting you, riled up and getting you entertained. So with that being said,
entertained?
Yeah, right. You want me to start off, or you want to
go? I'll start off with the shits.
All right, let's start off with the shits.
All right, fellas, are you guys? No. Got a question. You're about to get married. Now, are there certain things that you're already expecting not to change within your marriage?
As far as what?
From the one you're dating right now to when you get married, do you expect anything to change?
Outside of maybe the way, excuse me, I don't want to do this. That's probably loud. Outside of obviously wearing the actual jewelry and
we forgetting the real mind sometimes.
Yeah, because I mean, for some men, most men, because I feel like that's where it's weird. Sorry to bring a slight tangent. The fact that we get the engagement ring, right, and we wear it anywhere between 9 months to a year and a half, so we get used to having something on our finger. But men, that whole time, they don't got nothing on their finger. Like, so then when it's time for marriage, it's like, oh, this feels weird. They don't get that time, I guess you could say, that adjustment period for your finger to get used to something being on there. You know what I'm saying? Now, unless you're one of those, like, egocentric guys that wear, rings on his fingers and shit like that. But
I never understood them people that never take theirs off, though.
I mean, if it's real, why not? If it's not, you should turn it green.
I ain't trying to mess it up. I don't know. Anyway.
But anyway, outside of that, and of course, doing all the life insurance stuff and putting stuff on car insurance, cell phone plan, stuff like that. That's probably
that one. But go ahead.
But outside of that, because I'm already, I guess you could say, domesticated. When I say that, I mean like. When I say that, I mean like we already got our house, we already got our own cars.
Right, gotcha.
We've been living together for the past 3.5 years already. So that aspect isn't like normal people who get married first and then move in together. Okay. So that's what I'm saying. It won't be too much of a change outside of me saying my husband said I can't come out. I'm gonna be throwing that husband word on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I gotta go ask my husband if I can come out tonight.
Hold on, my husband calling me.
My husband called me. You see that? My husband called me. Hey husband. Hey hubby.
You changed his name in the phone too.
It already says so right now it says my fiance.
Oh Lord.
Yeah. Well, when I first met him, I had him Mr. Difficult. So it changes as we progress. Le growth. Yeah.
Okay. This guy, he has an opinion about marriage.
Okay.
Check this out.
It's so dangerous to put a person's individual sexual needs and regurgitate that into an expectation on another human being.
Don't get married. Don't get married. Don't get married. Don't get married. You don't have to get married, but you can't get married.
You can't even be with a woman.
I can't get my sexual needs met anywhere else but here.
You can't throw the whole sanctity of marriage away because if it doesn't please me from a sexual perspective, if you get married for sex, then you're doing it for the wrong reasons anyway.
What you think
What type of shallow bonds are we trying to encourage people to have if they're based on things like material things and sex? So you mean to tell me that I got a beef with my wife, not because she doesn't value me or honor me or obey me, but it's because she won't fuck me in a month or two?
Mike,
it's her vagina.
That's on you, pal.
It's her vagina,
That's
bro.
on you.
We cannot put our expectations on a whole human. It's so dangerous.
Ooh. For the record, I love all of those people on that panel. I don't know that one girl. But I follow all of them.
Faces,
I follow all of them. They're really good. They their opinions, and they be saying what the fuck I be thinking.
Mm-hmm.
And it's all sometimes it's about the messenger and also the message.
So for me, what I got from it, he was just saying like building a relationship based on sex and materialistic things, and bringing just that surface level shit to the table and actually get married based off it. It's not gonna last.
It's trash.
Did you see how mad those guys? I'm gonna post a clip, y'all see it. But them niggas got mad when you was like, sex. I can't get pussy when I want it from my wife. If it's based on.
But I think they took it to a whole extreme. He didn't say that he said if it's base, it could be a part of the list. But
100%.
It could be a part of the list. Like, come on, let's be honest. Especially in this age and age, you're 9 times out of 10, you're sleeping with a person before you get married with them, right?
Right.
You're sleeping with them when you're in a relationship with them. There's people that sleep with somebody on the first date. It's no judgment. You do what you do, right? I think I saw that. What's her name? Jada Chavez. She said she always sleeps on the first date to see if it's going to be. Yeah. If she's feeling it and there's a vibe. She said she always fucks on the first date. She fucked the baby on the first date.
Like, that's what I saw that.
Yeah, little baby. Sorry, not the baby. So many babies out here. But it could be a part of the list, and I agree. I'm not going to be with somebody with trash sex or somebody that I'm not sexually attracted to or someone who doesn't arouse me. It could be a part of the list, but it should not be the only thing. And because he got money and he got a Mercedes Benz and he got a good dick, that's why I want to marry him. Right. What? Well, what if he's bad with finances? What if he's a gambler? What if he's an alcoholic? What if he treats his mama wrong? We talked about that plenty of times on here. What is his friend? Does he have female friends? Does he have male friends? We talked about that before.
Wow.
What is his tribe? What is his community like? What does he have the fear of God? If that's your thing, is he atheist? Is he a non-believer? Like what? These are some things of substance that you should be talking about before you actually say I do. So I feel like that they was just like, I should get sex whatever you want. Okay, I feel where you're coming from, my brother, but that's not what he's saying. He's saying if that's the only reason, if that's your basis of like, yo, she give me head whatever I want, she tooted up whatever I want, and she get her own
threesomes,
right, and then I could whatchamacallit, and then she make her own money. Yeah, that's wifey right there.
Right.
But can she cook? Can she clean? Does she have a good head on her shoulders? Like,
Yeah.
does she have kids? How does she treat her kids? How does she treat her nieces and nephews? How does she treat her mom and her father? Like, like what is how is her mentality? Like, you know what I'm saying? Does she want to grow and be something better? Like, is she stagnant in her own life or career? Like, these are all things that make marriage. Because you got what I learned. I can't remember the clip exactly, but it was summarized. It was like, there's a reason why people renew their vows. Right? Because the same person that they married when they were, let's say, for shits and giggles, the same person that you married when you were 27 isn't the same person that you are at 37 or 47. You're literally growing into new people together and also individually. So that's why people do a 10-year renewalship. Like, hey, I still love you and want to be committed to this person now.
Let me add a new caveat to it.
Okay, caveat.
Okay. Is material things or sex a basis for divorce?
For some
changes.
Honestly, it can have an impact. Because if that's what you started off with.
Your husband because of one of each of those things?
One
or both?
Each?
I'm not saying there's no sex, but it declines. Or I'm not saying like he can't buy you a Benz no more. Maybe he lost his job or something just happened.
No, I wouldn't. Me personally, I wouldn't.
Okay.
Because at the end of the day, it's all about what you prefer, right? If I notice that the sex is declining, then I'm going to try my best to try to spice things up. Vocalize, hey, I'm noticing this is declining.
Right.
And he says, oh, it's just that, I'm stressed at work and I just da-da-da-da. A lot of bitches be thinking, oh, man, like, he's cheating. He's talking to somebody else. Okay, before we jump there, let's talk to the person that she's supposed to be in love with and know, right? The person that you fell in love with, not off of these materialistic and sexual basis. Let's tap into the emotions of the man. We already know if a man feel like he can't provide and he can't take care of his family, then he's already in a bad depression, I ain't shit type of mindset.
Right.
And even though as good women we try our best to uplift you, at the end of the day it's still your mindset, right? So if that's why you feel like you can't perform, then I'm not going to press you on that. I'm like, all right, babe, I'm going to just keep on feeding positivity, feeding positivity. So when it does come around, I already know my back gonna be broke at that point because at the end of the day I held my nigga down.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I let him work through his shit while also being a positive reinforcement, right? And then going forth. Cars and stuff, I've never been that person. I want a Lexus, yes, but I would never depend on my husband buying one.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now, we already talked about it. He wants a Sequoia. I want a Lexus. We both got. I want a Lexus like the like my car now, like the Jeep one, RX 350. Like we both want like family.
She looked it up and everything, right?
Okay, the electric one is coming out in January. But I'm saying that we both want like family cars. That way, when we go out, we can we want to have kids. We can yep. So at the end of the day, we already established. Hey, we want to have a joint bank account that we can pay the car notes out of. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it doesn't matter if I have the Benz or he has a Infinity and we didn't get the cars we wanted. We both are taking that out, so it doesn't feel like he paying for me or I'm paying for him. It's a joint thing. I feel like that's where a lot of celebrities mess up at. Well, not mess up. A lot of people who want to be like celebrities mess up. Oh, he bought me a Benz. He bought me this. I'm like, all right. And then when which a lot of artists and shit do, they take back those fucking gifts. After they fucking break up, and next you know you having all these wars on Instagram.
I hate Indian givers.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh shit, I can't say that, right?
I don't know. Okay. You're the one who will be correcting me.
I'm sorry.
You know me the one that correcting.
Please.
But you know the terminology. Right. You can't take
give her backers.
We call them reniggas, right? From reniggas. like a spade game. Yeah. Because we can say that word. But I said all that to say that I wouldn't do that just because of that. Now, if it's to a point where you're disrespecting me because you're depressed or you're coming at me because you're not sexually relieved, even though I am here, like then those are deeper problems.
What if he comes up with like a kink, like he wants you to do like cosplay or something?
That's fine. I'm down for that. It's all about knowing your partner's sexual limits.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? And then even then, if somebody loves you, they will still at least try. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
if it's not in their parameters, they're like, okay, I'm not saying no, I'm not saying yes. I say let's do baby steps. For example, let's say anal, right? Some people be like, yo,
we're going there today.
Yes,
Let's
we are.
go.
That's
all
not
right.
Cause like as I said,
Doing
because
it, but
I'm saying, you know, like for people, you know, like I've never done it before, but I'm open to it. What do people normally start off with? A finger first, right? They normally start off with
so that's good.
They normally start off with a finger first, like thumb in the butt, some shit like that, right? Right.
It sounds like it should be a song. Thumb in the butt.
So they started off, right? You know, and then they maybe graduate down to 2 fingers, and then whatever.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
Levels to the shit.
Huh?
Levels to
the shit. And if the partner is with it, then with it. And if not, there should be like, you know, safe word, pineapple, apple, strawberry, whatever the fuck.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But in the day, there should be no reason why those should be your baseline things of this is why I want to be with you. Because you bought me a car. Mm-hmm. Granted, I know some people like acts of what's the love languages? Not acts of service, but gifts.
Gifts, yeah.
I get that. That may be some people's love language, but it should be deeper than that.
Yeah, because I feel like when your relationship is based on superficial shit like that, that's when you get the dumbass excuses why niggas cheat. Be like, why'd you cheat on me? Oh, she licked my ass and you won't lick my ass, or something stupid, or she likes anal, or she likes other bitches, or you know, some superficial bullshit. And I think what he was just trying to say, pretty much, you gotta have a deeper connection with this person that you plan on spending your rest of your life with. And it shouldn't be based on sex or material things.
Agreed.
Yep.
Agreed.
All right, that's my. I got another one later on. All
right, I got one.
All right,
let me open this joint back up. Well, move my mic back.
That's
my mic is all up. What?
You talking about anal?
I was talking about the mic, moving the mic back. My nigga, what the fuck?
It was there. The joke was there.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So back to the men. I got a question for the men. I'm going to go ahead and lay this out here. This is for the men who grovel and drool over these Instagram women with their bodies done and all the we know their body their bodies done and all that shit. So I'm gonna play this and hopefully hold on, let me get my stuff together. Hopefully you guys can hear it.
I just put up an important post where I said men don't like BBLs. Men are just sexually attracted to naked women, and women with BBLs just tend to be the most naked. Now, mind you, I didn't even say attracted for real. I said sexually attracted. Women are often poke at men and say men will hit anything. And to a certain extent, it's kind of true. But just because we desire to have sex with a woman doesn't mean we desire to actually be with that woman. Sadly, it doesn't even mean that we like her. A lot of times we just be looking at free breast and booty while simultaneously overlooking all the things we don't like, and then the things we don't like end up being the things that women think we do like. Oh, they must like that kind of outfit. They must like the way she acting. Nah, she just naked. Oh, her like sum went up since she had her breast surgery. Yeah, but she also wasn't showing us all that before she had her breast surgery. Whether the body is real or fake, thick, skinny, or in between, when it comes to free booty and breast online, we gonna like them pics regardless. It don't mean we actually like you. I just put.
That was wasn't that Justin Blue or something?
Yeah.
Yeah. I like him.
I like him too.
He be saying some deep stuff.
He really do. He be talking some real shit, and I really fuck with him. But yeah, so let's talk about this whole thing. You know, before we go into this topic, I'm not shaming anybody who get any work done to their bodies. Not at all. Not at all. You want to do a boo-boo, go ahead, get that tummy tuck, get those butt injections, do whatever you want to do.
Right. As
long as it makes you happy, live your life to the fullest. That is the disclaimer. I don't want nobody canceling this because we're talking about BBLs. Not that. What I'm talking about is that men, like you said, they're sexually attracted to the women with the BBLs, that are out there being naked on the social media platforms and everything. Get it, get your money. Not mad at you. But what the part where it becomes conflicting is that there are, let's say, us regular girls who are now in competition with these, I guess you could say, stereotypical bodies that are being done now, right?
Yeah.
We're trying to keep in competition with them, thinking that that's what men like, right?
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? We're trying to be in competition with them, saying this is what men like, or I have to just like this Fashion Nova model, or just like Ari Ladon, or I got just like Ari, or is Ari Ladon? Yeah, or Ari Fletcher. Is that the same person? Different person? Whatever. Yeah. I got just like these influencers. Okay, all right. Well, Ari Lennox is natural, so I'm not even gonna bring her in there. But
I know, yeah.
But I'm saying like they're trying to be like these influencers that's gotten their bodies done, and they feel like, hey, that's what men want. So it's like basically false advertising in a way. Like it's false advertising to men, like, hey, or to women, hey, for men to want you and like you, because we see all these likes underneath these pictures, you have to be like me, which puts the message to some regular us, regular me. Hey, I need to go and get my butt done. Let me get a tummy tuck real quick so I can get likes. Well, which is a deeper conversation because it's like you're really putting likes and over your own self-esteem, and that's what's feeding your self-esteem, which is a whole different conversation. But he made a really good point. He was like, oh yeah, you know, she's getting all these likes because she got her breast done. Yeah, well, she wasn't showing us her breast before, so now she got them done and she's showing us. Yeah, we liking them because we didn't see it before.
I believe that is called a thirst trap.
It's most definitely called a thirst trap.
Yeah, they're thirst trapping.
Yeah, but I brought it up for a different aspect of men. If you know this is not what you really like, you're just sexually attracted to. Mm-hmm. Why are we feeding into that narrative versus, I guess, what you really like? It's kind of one of those things they'd be like, yeah, you know, I hate to say it, that saying, you know, I'll fuck a white girl, but I won't bring her home. Sure. You know, it's like, what is up with the correlation? I need to know. I feel like if Cortland was here, he would break it down for me. or even Dula. They would break it down. They're like, V, listen here.
I think, all right, I'm gonna try my best. So I think the standards of beauty have shifted. You remember back in the day, growing up, you know, it was this everyone be skinny, be super skinny, super and you know, you gotta look this way, have long hair. Now it's shifted. It's different. And when big booties, titties, all that other stuff, the long weaves, hair, all that other good stuff, right? So it's just like, and it ties into what that other guy says. If I'm with you because I like how you look on Instagram, and we base our relationship with that, is it really gonna last?
Didn't even know I had a good segue time.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So
didn't even know.
It's not gonna last. And how can I put this without being like too super blunt? With men, and I'm gonna try to say it as respectfully as I can, what we will fuck and what we will marry are two different women.
That's crazy.
Two different women.
That's crazy. But I understand it. That's so crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
So, you know what I'm saying? Some of us have that wherewithal of, you know, all right, she's beautiful. She has a BBL. She's this Instagram model, da-da-da. Some of us have that wherewithal of like, yo, this is not going past anything sexual. But a lot of these guys are confusing. It's like, oh, I got to clamp this down. I got to marry this joint because she look like this and that and all this other good stuff. When really it's just like, is that really the person you want to be with the rest of your life? Now, don't get me wrong. There are women with BBLs who are very intelligent, who can stimulate you in many different ways. But it's just like, it's the superficial for me.
Yeah, but can you understand how the correlation makes regular people feel? When I say that, I'm not.
But I feel like women do that to themselves. It don't matter what I like. If women are worse on themselves than anything.
Yes, we are. But you gotta think about it. Even back in the day, right? The old commercials, the brassiere, you know, they had those cone johns, or the women on the cigarette boxes, or doing the cleaning with the broom. They had the propaganda made it seem like, hey, you had to be that size 4, or you had to be this thin, you had to have your curls this way, you know. So it started even way back then. But who was running those propaganda sites and those
the corporations?
Men. Yeah. Men. Guess corporations, but men. So that's what I'm saying. What is actually put out there as, I guess you say, quote unquote perfection, or the standard of what women are like, and then what people are actually marrying, is like, it's such a different ratio that I'm like, well, what are we doing? We creating a world of fantasy versus reality right now when it comes, and that's a two-way street, mind you, because we see all these men with these chiseled bodies and, you know, with their locks and, you know, and the man buns and you know, out here modeling it up. They can sing, dance, whatever, all the shit that you see on social media, right? Dancing and whatnot. And then you marry, let's say you marry a chef. like you done married a chef, you know, think like a man style, right? Like, it's completely what you liking and saving as your background saver on fucking Instagram and shit.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah, go ahead, ask a question.
Are women misinterpreting niggas' lust for love?
No, they're not. No, not lust for love.
Lust for likes or lust for...
No, they're
just because I
misinterpreting...
lust over you doesn't mean I love you or even like you, like you said.
They're misinterpreting what you like for what you really like. I guess you could say that. Because we see y'all liking, subscribing to their channels, following them.
You look good. I don't want to marry you. I want to fuck you. What are you talking about?
But my thing is, we don't understand that. We see that, and we see that it's not just one man. It's millions. It's thousands. So clearly there's a consensus that this is what y'all like.
We like titties and that. We're Neanderthals. If it's out there, we're going to like it. You know what I mean? And that's where I was talking about the thirst trap earlier, because you do have some women that are very conservative, but they know what they're doing when they post that one picture, that one bathing suit picture, or that one nice dress with the thigh out. They know what they're doing. Why is that the picture that got the most likes? We're lusting.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. At the end of the day, yeah, we can see this lust, but then we also see these men. I can't even say us regular middle class people. Shoot, even in PG County, they still looking for someone looking like that. Like,
I mean, these young kids fucked. You know what I'm saying?
I can't even say just our young kids, because there were people in my generation, like graduated from my college class, that they're like, oh, you ain't in this family, or you're not from this standing and this background. That's a whole different middle class level, right? Like, you live in where?
Well, that's more classism than anything.
Yeah, but yes, it's that too. Mm-hmm. But then it's also, looking at what you wear and looking at how you present yourself, and you like. Yeah. It's a whole other ball game. And I don't know. I just feel it. Not saying it's not their fault. It's not men's fault, and it's not just women's fault. It's everyone's fault. We shouldn't, as women, be putting y'all likes and y'all lust on a pedestal of that's the baseline of what y'all want.
The standards, right?
The standards of what y'all want.
Right.
But then on the flip hand, y'all also feed into the narrative that is what y'all want.
It's what we want in the moment.
How are we supposed to know that? We're gonna have a deep talk to you about this bitch that you done liked all her pages. All her pictures. And she done posted 100 some odd pictures. At this point, it's an obsession.
No, who was that? I think it was Chris Rock. Some comedian had a brilliant joke. And he was like, you could be in a club, you see this girl, you think she's the baddest fucking girl in the world. Go in the bathroom, rub one out, and see if you think that bitch still beautiful. We just horny.
You heard it. You heard it here first.
I think it was Chris Rock. It was somebody. I'm gonna find out which comedian said it, but that's some truest shit if I ain't never heard it.
You heard it here first. Y'all just horny.
Niggas are just horny. I'm just saying. All right. So
next.
This actually ties in. You want to know what men want? Mm-hmm. I'm about to tell you. Shout out to this relationship coach. I'm gonna give you her name once I pull it up, because if I press it, it's gonna make a noise and I don't want to take a shot. But I'll give her name at this. But listen to what she got to say, you guys. Bring it up now, because you know how TikTok is. Alright, turn it up. So it's called 4 Red Flags All Men Notice in Women. Okay.
All right, ladies, I might ruffle some feathers with this one, but here are 4 major red flags that all men notice in women. Let's go. Number 1, non-reciprocal energy. You hear a lot of women in the dating market saying when the right man comes along, you will not have to try. And although it's true that you won't have to try too hard, there's a difference between not trying too hard and not trying at all. You don't have to be thirsty. You don't have to come off desperate, but no man wants to be pursuing a woman that they feel is not giving them the same kind of energy in return. Number 2, unrealistic financial expectations. Somewhere in the modern dating market, we have communicated to women that it is totally acceptable to expect a man to pay for their hair or their nails for a first date, or to even go as far as to ask a man they barely even know to help them with their bills. Feeling entitled to lavish treatment or financial assistance from a man that you barely even know that's still trying to get to know you is an extremely unrealistic expectation. And social media has done a really bad job of making modern women think that that behavior is normal. Let me be clear. There's nothing wrong with wanting a man who's financially solid, but no man wants to feel like they're your walking ATM. Number 3, immaturity and uncontrolled emotions. Immaturity, uncontrolled emotions, acting crazy, all of that has been rebranded recently as being toxic. And there are a lot of social media channels out there that actually glamorize being toxic and encourage women to engage in this kind of behavior. When good men get a sense of that behavior, you lashing out, blocking their number, cursing them out, they either just stop taking you seriously from that point forward, or they don't tolerate it altogether, because you're coming across to him more so like a child who's throwing a temper tantrum than you are a woman who wants to be taken seriously as an adult. Number 4, probably the most controversial one of all, being too masculine. A lot of women will shy away from being feminine now because of the negative connotation that's associated with that in modern society. Whether you like it or not, the reality is that men like feminine women. Now, this is the part in the story where a lot of women will say, well, it takes the right man to bring out that feminine energy. Although I do think that there are some points of that are true, overall, I don't really agree with that. I think that as a woman, you either embrace your feminine energy and you walk in that, or you just haven't tapped into it. There are so many women in the modern dating market who have hardened themselves to steal because of the negative experiences that they've had with men. Blocking your feminine energy is often a defense mechanism for a lot of women so that they don't get hurt in the future. But don't let the experiences of the past turn you bitter. The reality is, ladies, that there are two sides to every coin. And if we're going to talk about the bad traits of men, we also have to acknowledge and take accountability for the bad traits we have in ourselves.
Now, shout out to It's Asia Elaine on TikTok. She recently went viral on Instagram too. A lot of people are reposting her clip. I just went back and found like the original one. But she's a relationship coach, certified relationship coach, and she has like a lot of like TikToks asking about relationship stuff. She has good content. But what do you feel about what she said?
I think she was on point. Every last one, except for the last one.
The femininity one?
Yeah, that was like she said, the most controversial one. Like, I agree with her, but I feel like that should be a case-to-case basis, right? Because some men, yes, they want a feminine woman, yes, but they also want a feminine, independent woman. So that's where the line starts to get shaky, right? It's like, because it ties into the financial dependent one, right? I believe, which was our second point. You want a woman that already has something to bring to the table, so that means they've already hustled, they've already done what they have to do. Now it's about finding a healthy balance to still be a boss bitch and still be feminine at the same time. That's a very slippery slope, and I know y'all are like, what? Or men may be saying like, what? Women mostly probably will understand me, but most men probably like, what? I'm saying that because you have sometimes, depending on your field, you have to be a bitch. You know, you have to be assertive. You have to be, of course, you can still be mannerable and respectful, but you have to be dominant and assertive in certain fields for you to be a boss bitch in certain fields, right? So when someone is approaching you, you can be feminine. Yes, you can buy me a glass of wine, whatever. But when it's certain things happening as far as, let's say it's the wrong guy, he acts like he don't want to pay for the bill. I got my own money, and that's not trying to be flex or be non-feminine or not soft. It's the fact of, nigga, I really don't need you. I'm a boss bitch in my own lane. You know what I'm saying? And then there are some men who know that their girls are tomboys. It's like, let's do a different avenue. There's some tomboy women out here that are not, gay or of that spectrum. Does that make her less feminine because she'd rather wear Jordans and some Jordans and some fucking sweatpants? Like, where is the line of it being?
Aaliyah made that hot shit.
Yeah, I'm saying, where do you draw the line where it's not, what's the opposite? Not feminine enough. That's what I'm about to say. I'm about to say that the opposite of too much femininity. But when is it too low? Like, that's what I need to know.
So I think we need to shed this whole So when you think of someone that's like the breadwinner, someone that's like a boss, you automatically think of a man, because in America, that's how it was always. I mean,
how it was.
As it was.
Past tense.
Right. Now women are taking those roles.
Boss bitch.
And we just have to shed those antiquated ways of thinking.
So because she's a boss bitch, that makes her less feminine.
No, you can be feminine and still be a boss bitch.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
People associate bosses with men.
I get that, but what you're also not understanding is that people associate, because you're a boss bitch, you're not feminine.
I never thought that.
Yeah, a lot of some men do. Like that's like yo. Even when you see in the movies, they're like, oh, the pit bull, the whatever. They don't associate her as still being a woman.
Here's the thing. So, for example,
I'm gonna make me another drink because it's gonna be on.
No. For example, Oprah, billionaire, boss. I never not thought that Oprah was not feminine. You know what I'm saying?
That's because Oprah wasn't always a boss.
I mean,
y'all saw the glow up, but as someone who's trying to date you, who is meeting you already at your peak, or let's say,
no, not date me, because you got your own shit. That's a turn on.
no, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying if you were meeting me at a bar, and I'm already a boss bitch, right? You're not
some
seeing
insecure niggas though,
and that sounds like a personal problem.
Exactly, that's not your fault.
I know, but we get clumped into not being feminine because we are not their cup of tea.
We gotta shed that way of thinking. That's very old.
I mean, yeah.
Women are getting money, doing what they gotta do. You're like, no. Men are not the only bosses out here.
Let's put it even on a lower scale. Let's say she's not like a boss bitch in like the corporate world. If she's out here raising your kids at home, if she's out here cleaning the house, cooking meals every night, she's keeping this house running. When you're passed out, she's handling stuff after hours.
Right.
That's a boss bitch in a whole different lane.
Yeah, 100%.
But you're going to see that, you know, some people see that as not feminine. Like, oh, you just, like, you've seen it in movies. The woman that's at home, they don't got no education or something, and they just look at her like she ain't shit because she's, you know.
That's all antiquated stuff. Yeah. So, I can tie that into what you were saying earlier, where these men are not where they want to be in life to even receive a quote-unquote boss bitch. And that's not your fault, it's their fault.
Yeah, but my thing is...
Yeah, you don't need them because they can't fit into you what you...
Agree, but because we're not their cup of tea, we're not their drink of choice, we are now not... I hear you, but hear me out. Because we don't match what they're looking for, we're now put into a category of not being feminine because we are too aggressive because we are boss bitches. That's what I'm saying. They put that label on us. Like, you see that guy get played at a club. Well, fuck you then. You ain't cute anyway. Right? It's the same type of thing. You try to talk to a boss bitch. It may not be the right fit. But now she was too fucking masculine anyway. Yeah. Why? Because she said that she don't want no Hennessy and she prefers wine? Bitch, yeah. What?
Facts.
You know, and that's on a lower scale. You know, something slight. But like...
No. I get what you're saying. And it's sad that's the reality right now. And
that's the reality.
Hopefully we can grow from that.
But the fact that she even brought that up as a point, which was the most controversial point, it's like that she's agreeing with some of the views I feel like that some men have brought to the table. Yeah. Like,
it's super relevant right now. I get what you're saying.
Yeah, it's super relevant, but it's also, I feel like she's kind of like teetering the line of agreeing with the man's perspective of, because women are doing this thing and this thing for themselves, that they're not feminine, and that we're saying that they got to do the work. Mm-hmm. Shit, dating period, everyone's doing fucking work. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, for this woman to be a boss, but she had to be in a room, like you said in the beginning. Before, he was like they equate boss with man. But if it's a woman, they've already been in a room full of men. Oh, yeah. So they have to do things that men don't do. You know what I'm saying?
Because we're not going to respect you. You 100%. I agree.
You see what I'm saying? So now it's like, that's why I feel like on her fourth point, I'm half and half. I see what she's saying, but then on the other hand, I'm like, bro, if I had to work from the bottom to the top and I'm still not getting paid as my fucking counterpartner, you better leave me the fuck alone. Yeah. You better leave me the fuck alone about not being feminine. Like, but I do agree with the line. If the right man will soften you up, that's some real shit. But that's not gonna happen on the first date.
Oh no.
You know, that's not gonna. It takes.
You gotta trust them.
But even if they weren't a boss bitch, it's for anybody. That's what I'm saying. I feel like they're separating us from the regular pool of other female, I guess, that aren't, feminine. But even feminine, well, let's say for those gold digger women, right? They're boss bitches in their own right? Because they finessing niggas, right?
Right.
If you don't have a certain amount of money, if you're not doing a certain amount of thing, this day over.
Yeah.
What you gonna call it, a masculine? When you seeing them, they not masculine. What are those now? It's a whole different category for them.
Yeah.
Let's say you go on another date and they not feminine enough. What's wrong with them? It's gonna always be somebody else's fault.
Yeah.
Because we're not the right fit for you.
Right.
Why don't we just say, yo, the person just wasn't for me? Yeah. You don't gotta label them as something.
No, I agree.
Shit fucking blows me.
So 2 of them hit home for me. And the second one hit home for me when she was saying something about men don't like it when they have to like pay for your hair or nails or you're not financially dependent on stuff like that.
Yeah.
Oh no, they don't want to be a walking ATM. That's what she said. I agree. Now, in my single days, sure, I didn't really mind doing it, but when it felt like an obligation, or for me personally, when I felt like you were a bill, I didn't want to be with you anymore. Because now you're a bill. Why every month you can't? Why every month I gotta pay for your hair? Why every month I gotta pay for your nails? Why like I gotta pay for your cell phone? Like you can't pay for your own shit. Like now, in a woman's sense, oh, I'm finessing nigga. He's paying this and this. In my sense, I'm thinking, damn, this bitch broke. She can't even buy her own nails or pay her own cell bill. So there's 2 different ways of thinking. You're thinking you're finessing me, and I'm thinking, okay, something's going on. Like, and then the third one got to me was the maturity. And she said something lines. I mean,
I agree with that one.
Yeah, like they don't want to deal with that. They're going to leave. Like if you're acting childish, throwing temper tantrums, yelling, hanging up the phone.
They do.
Red flag. I'm walking away. I don't have time to deal with that shit. I agree with that
100%. Yeah.
Yeah. So, what this lady, she was speaking facts. Let us know what y'all think, because I'm telling you, as a guy, she spoke to my soul in the first 2. I mean, the middle 2. Well, all 4 of them had something to do with it. You see V, that last one.
Well, y'all heard my part. I'm not
So let us know what you think, and I think that's a good place to stop for our Halloween episode.
Yes.
This is a growth relationship ass podcast right there.
Yeah, it's all your fault. But go ahead, well, let's tell them where they can find us.
Sure, you can find us on YouTube. You can find us on YouTube.
Which we're going to start releasing on Thursdays.
Yes, we will. DWF Pod.
Yep.
On YouTube. You can find us on Instagram and Facebook at Drunk with Friends with a Z at the end. DM us, email us, let us know if you want to come through on the show. The email address is is it Drunk with Friends or DW? What's the email?
DWFriends.
DWFriends with a Z at the end at gmail.com. Sorry, my bad. Brain fart. You can find us on iTunes, Alexa, Spotify, TuneIn, Podbean. Pandora. We're fucking everywhere, you guys. Click the link in our bio if you're on Instagram or Facebook, right?
Yep, that's correct. And then also when I post during the week, you can also hit the link in our story, and it'll go straight to the Apple Podcast link or the YouTube link.
100%.
100%. We have mostly Apple users that follow us. So for Androids, like I said, we have Podbean, we have Google Play. Y'all can definitely listen on any platform. Thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you guys have had a great Halloween. Make sure y'all prepared to, I think turn your clocks back. Daylight savings time is coming up this weekend.
I thought they stopped that.
What, daylight savings time? They can't stop daylight savings time.
I thought they stopped that. Like legally, they stopped doing that. Google it. I think they stopped that.
Oh, okay, well then Google it, because it's still in my calendar.
Sure.
74. That's such an odd number. But for everybody else, daylight savings time probably is going to hit this coming up weekend. So definitely check that out. We have some things in the works. We're going to probably be talking about this stuff when we get offline. But make sure you guys tune in. Thank you guys for supporting us all year long. It's about to be holiday season. You know how that goes. Niggas gonna start acting stupid. They're gonna start scamming. Don't get scammed this season, guys. 100%. Stop with all the text messages, Cash App stuff. What's the little gift card shit? Make sure you lock your cars. I actually just saw one of our friends got their car broken into again. Like, everybody just relax, just stay safe. For women, make sure you walk into the car with somebody else. Make sure as soon as you get in the car, you start your car and drive off. It's like, what is it, that 30 second minute rule. Once you get in your car, you immediately drive off. Don't sit there so somebody can like try to get you, because people are crazy around the holiday season, because Mariah Carey is unthawing as we speak. Probably gonna start hearing Jingle Bells tomorrow. But when this episode drop, you're gonna start hearing Jingle Bells in your local Macy's near you. So, with that being said, you should have your last shot poured right now. 100%. 100%. We are ready. Thank you guys for tuning in. As always, cheers.
And we will see you guys next week.